Feedlots. So what are feedlots? I've been talking about our feedlot a lot since we had our calves all delivered to the feedlot within the last week or so. But I think that there may be sort of a misinterpretation or confusion for people who aren't in the ranching world of exactly what a feedlot is and why it's necessary for ranchers to utilize feedlot systems. So this is just a brief description of kind of what it is and why it's necessary. I've only been ranching for 4 years, so this is my understanding. I'm sure there's other ranchers out there that can give more insight and more in-depth analysis as to why feedlots are important or the negatives or positives of those, but this is just my understanding of feedlots. And this is also coming from somebody who raises bison. I don't raise beef cattle, so that could be different as well. So basically, a feedlot is some kind of contained area in which a rancher can manage what his livestock are eating in the steps before processing. So obviously, all meat livestock that will eventually go into your freezer, has to get processed at some point. And so every operation is going to have a different way in which they like to finish their animals. Finishing is just an industry term for getting those animals prepared for slaughter. So the feedlot system helps the rancher by helping them manage exactly what is going into their livestock so that they know that it's sort of a quality control aspect of the finishing process. It also helps with managing acreage in a responsible way. Managing what they eat comes into a lot of different things, and it's going to be different for every operation. So it's what hay they're getting, corn or grain, what protein supplements they're wanting to give them, anything like that that they want to manage can happen easier and in a more balanced way through a feedlot system. They can determine exactly what goes in there, and so they know exactly what they're eating. But every operation is going to do that differently, so it's up to the rancher to decide what they're eating. As far as acreage management goes, depending on where you live, depends on how many head of livestock you can have on your property. And it also depends on what kind of livestock you're raising. So for us, with bison in eastern Colorado, where we are a high desert climate, we are about 20 acres per head of bison. And we can get into different ways to manage pasture and things like that. But you would need a substantial amount of pasture land in order to completely pasture raise a large herd. So there are farms and ranches who pasture finish their animals. And if they're able to do that, I think that that's great, but that takes a lot more acres, and so fewer amount of animals are able to be raised out on a pasture finish system. So can it happen? Yes. Does it happen very often? I don't believe so. The feedlot helps so that you don't have as many cattle or livestock on your pasture all year. This helps with grass production so that the grass isn't getting overgrazed, and it also just helps with the amount of acres that you need. You're able to raise more animals on less acreage when you pull some of them off and put them into a feedlot. I will do another video where I explain what our feedlot system is and how that works. But yeah, if you have any other questions about feedlots in general, if I can answer them, I will. Just leave them in the comments below. Thanks.